in the studio. She got appointed to the position a few weeks back, and I know she has started the work in earnest. The work she's used to started in earnest to ensure that the agency play its role as constitutionally bequeathed on it, as far as orientating Nigerians is concerned. So we are going to look at the activities of the agency on AM Cafe this morning. Let me welcome Mrs. Bola Morgan, the State Director of the National Orientation Agency, on board AM Cafe this morning. Mrs. Morgan, you are welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, listeners and viewers at home.
Yes, you have seen her, and she has greeted our viewers at home. It's a good morning, no doubt about that. And together for the next 20-25 minutes or thereabout, we shall be taking the voyage on the program this morning. Mrs. Morgan, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Again. Talking about activities of the National Orientation Agency, what are the main focus of that agency? Let's start from that.
Thank you very much. The National Orientation Agency was established as the spokesperson for the government at the federal, the state, and the local government level. Usually, when there is a government in place, there's a policy that there will be a channel, a medium, that will be the midway between the governed and the government. And so, NOAA was established in 1993 to be a spokesperson between the government and the people. Reason being that after so many aborted democracy plans for the nation, then people became discouraged. People became, there was apathy towards electoral activities, and so there was need for a body that to sensitize the people and raise the people's awareness and remove apathy from them. Therefore, NOAA was established so that NOAA would be the midway in order to help the people out of apathy and then to sensitize them to come back to political participation and even vie for positions and so on. So that was then, and NOAA has been doing that since. Part of the mandate of NOAA, apart from being the midway, sensitizing people about government's programs, policies, and activities, is to reorientate the people. By the time NOAA was created in 1993, I told you there was apathy already. So there's need, yes, political apathy. So there was need to build trust between the people and the government again. There was need to let the people know that the nation is theirs, and so the development and whatever contribution they can make, they have to just do it because it's their nation, they don't have any other. So apart from sensitizing people about political activities, about government activities, people themselves have to know values and norms and traditions, culture as it has been in existence, that these are the attributes, these are the qualities that we need in ourselves to become a nation. There are certain things individuals have to possess before they can say, yes, we are citizens of this country, and then before we can say, okay, we are building a society, we are building a nation. So without that, we can't have a nation. We first build the people, it's the people that makes the nation. So there is need for value reorientation because most of our values have been eroded because of Western civilization, because of domino effect and all the rest. And this has been what NOAA has been trying to do over the years, to carry out value reorientation for the people. When you look around, you see that most of our values, respect for elders, sympathizing, empathizing with people, having manners, going by the culture, most of them are eroded. Most of the institutions too are powerless. They can't function as they're supposed to be. These are the bane of the society, and this NOAA has tried to do equally. NOAA has tried with Osun state government. NOAA has tried to sensitize people and publicize, enlighten people educate people about the policies of the state government, because actually even though it's the federal government that established NOAA.
Mrs. Morgan, we are coming to the relationship between NOAA and the state government.
Okay.
Let's look at the act. You have mentioned sensitizing people on the political apathy they created in their mind during the long reigns of military regime. You are talking about reorientating people on the values, cultural values, traditional values, which are being eroded by foreign culture and tradition. Let's look at the political apathy first. The main focus of the agency is to reorientate people to participate, to have political participation in Nigeria. Looking at that, after the creation of the agency in 1993, I will say the agency has achieved that singular aim of having people to participate in politics.
Yes, the agency has really done a lot about that, because in the past, people don't even come out at all. Even women, you hardly find women come out to take part in election. So with our enlightenment programs over the years, we discovered that people are now, they are shedding that apathy aside. You see women come out now, you see that they now know how to vote better, especially when it comes to turn pretty, how to avoid void ballots. People, they have been learned. They now know, especially with the new electoral law, with the new guidelines, they now know that, well, you have to vote and you vote once. Because now, with the existence of the beavers, you know that when you carry out multiple voting is an offense, you can be prosecuted. Then even the vote for that vote polling center will be void. So people will not want their votes to be they won't want it to be voided. They won't want it to be cancelled. When you overvote in any polling center now, it's going to be cancelled. These are ways that the government have tried to control people when it comes to voting, and it has really helped. It helped Osun State in 2018, 2022. It has helped the last general elections in 2023. So there is a caution. They now have a caution that we cannot overstep our bounds. So that has really helped in helping to control voting, coming out to participate, using your own ballot. When you now want to ballot, the beavers will certify this. This is the authentic owner of the card, and then you are eligible to vote. Then you cannot overvote, because you won't want the vote of your ward or polling center to be cancelled.
That one thing that is one cankerworm that has, crept into the political lexicon of Nigeria today is about vote buying. People trade their vote for peanuts, forgetting that it may count against them at the end of the day. How far has your agency gone in sensitizing the people about the negative effect of selling their conscience through vote trading?
Thank you very much for that question. Now, we can't rule out the issue of vote buying. It has reduced tremendously. Yes. In the last elections that we held, people are now aware that, okay, the reason why people they sell their vote is because they feel by the time the political aspirants that become a public officer gets there is nothing for the people, there is nothing for them. The only way they can achieve that okay, this is part of our national cake, is to sell their vote, which is very wrong. Now, in the last elections now, people are aware that, okay, even though they collect money, they still vote according to their conscience. They will say, okay, we will collect the money, but we vote the person, the right person that they feel they want to vote for, and they want him to occupy that position. So there was a considerable reduction in vote buying. It has reduced a lot. People now are more aware that no matter the candidate, whether they brought money for them or do not bring money for them, they will vote according to their conscience. It has not really, we have not really conquered all, but it has reduced tremendously.
About women participation in politics, you mentioned it the other time. Can we rightly submit that more women are now participating in politics? You know, the apathy on the side of women participation in politics is still very much high. And your agency need to do a lot in that regard to ensure, you know, if you look at the percentage of present political office holders, is a gulf, a significant gulf between women and men's participation.
I would like to tell you that we are in a male chauvinism society, that the male takes all. The men don't want to give an edge at all. They don't even want to shift at all. And another sad thing is that the 35% affirmation for women is not even being followed or addressed at all. And I feel because that 35% affirmation has already been granted, there shouldn't be any issue at all. The men should just accept it and then let us carry it out. Allow the women that come out, allow them. But we have issues. What are the issues? Number one, the women themselves have issues, you know, accepting one another when it comes to political participation. We cannot deny that. The second is that the amount by which you have to obtain the forms, all the sensitization, all the campaigns, you know, all these things are against women, because naturally women don't want to really spend without knowing that they will attain that position. They want to be assured that, okay, this thing I'm putting money on, at the end of the day is going to favor me. So we have all those edges that are still out, the loose ends that women, that the society, let me say the society now, they don't have a choice. They just have to make a shift for women so that women can come on board. When there is a shift and women are assured that, okay, they have made a way for us, my little participation, let me make it, I will have people to support me and then I will get there. Women will come out. Women will come out.
Well, maybe through this medium, you encourage women, you know, to come out to participate in politics.
So now I want to tell women in the first instance that no attempt is bad at trying. And there is an idea that if you try and do not succeed, you try again. Once is not enough. We have to keep on trying. We have to keep on trying until we get there. If we decide to stay back and watch, our own portion will always be taken by men. Men are not ready to leave anything for women. Men are not ready. That's a fact. Because they believe, what does women want to do? That's just
women have a lot to do in politics.
We have a lot to do.
They need to come out, you know,
so
to participate
women, you
politics.
just have to come out. Then another thing is, let the men release their women
to participate in politics. They are listening now. They are watching.
Some husbands, they wouldn't want their women have the capability. They have this natural gift, natural talent to be able to mobilize, to be able to go around. They have it. It's natural with women. But when the husband is not willing, or when the husband says you cannot go more than this, there's limit. There's little women can do when it comes to
we hope things will keep changing, and we hope women will get there one day. Talking about values which are being eroded by foreign culture and tradition. Looking at the society, like you rightly mentioned, young ones of nowadays are no respecter of values again, culture, tradition, and so on and so forth. How far has your agency gone in redeeming this falling erosion of values, traditional values and culture?
Thank you for that question. The youths of nowadays. It's unfortunate that over the years, over their growing years, formative years to teenage to adult, adolescence and adulthood, all the institutions that are to build them were not there. So there was nothing to pass on to them. And so when we say they don't have values, they don't have values because the institutions, even the people that are to pass the values on to them, somehow everybody derailed. Now, when our Director General, Malam Esther Onilu, got there October 2023 and noticed all these things, one of the factors that contributed to erosion of value was these foreign films, foreign videos, foreign cartoons. Most of our children grew up with foreign cartoons, and that's what they imbibed, and that's what is in their brains, that's what they are practicing, all this nudity and so on. That's why you see them going all over the place, sagging and the rest. Now, the Director General noticed this and said, okay, how can NOAA make a change? The first change is that from henceforth, there's going to be home videos made by our own people right down here. We are going to use the tampan. So they are going to make home videos that are going to bear indigenous heroes, heroines. They will put into cartoons for children, and some of our values that have been eroded will be portrayed in these video films and so on, so that we can start somewhere, it will come back. In the past, we used to have Boy Scout, Girls Brigade, Girls Guide, all those ones too. When they got to school, there was nothing. There was no group to join for them to bring out their talents, their gifts, and the rest. Now that is going to be reintroduced into schools. Already we have integrity clubs in some schools in the state. We have that. And what the integrity club is doing is teaching them about honesty, teaching them about loyalty, hard work, diligence, commitment, even in spite of when the environment is not conducive, how to be a good patriot. We have been doing that in schools. So by the time we now put in the Girls Brigade, is going to be 1,000 per state. We are going to recruit them and then start teaching them that. All that is on ground. Apart from that, civic education and history that have been removed from the school curriculum has been reintroduced, not only from primary now to secondary, is now going to tertiary institution as well. So that in the universities, all this, it will now be from primary to secondary to tertiary, and it won't be as if there's a gap. We have to bridge the gap up to that tertiary institution level. So there won't be any reason for any youth or any kid to say, I lost at a stage or this stage. We are trying to cover all those areas. Now, NOAA has even introduced this idea of, we are in the jet age, we are in the ICT age. Now, if you have anything within your environment, there is a way by which you can communicate to NOAA. We have a project, CLEAN, say no to crime, say no to lawlessness, say no to environmental degradation, say no to educational when you are disadvantaged, say no to that, say no to abuse of all forms, say no to narcotics. That is CLEAN. Now, NOAA has come out with that, and you will see that with this CLEAN project, all the various sectors are included, either police, either NSCDC, either it has to do with vices, and all the sectors that can control vices are involved in that CLEAN project. So that if at your own environment you observe a crime that is going on, there is a medium by which you can communicate through the social media, that you can communicate to the next sector that is involved, whether it is the police, whether it is narcotics, NDLEA. There is a way you can communicate with them that, okay, around this area there is this, you call their attention to this, and the necessary sector will take it up, go and investigate and do the necessary thing. These are ways to curb crimes and social vices in the society.
Okay, you are just joining us on the program. The program is still AM Cafe, and my guest is still Mrs. Bola Morgan, the State Director of the National Orientation Agency, NOAA. Mrs. Morgan, talking about collaboration with other sister agencies, you know, NOAA cannot do this sensitization, education, information alone. You need to collaborate with other sister agencies like the media. How far have you gone in this regard? Yeah,
thank you. With the media, I want to appreciate the Osun State Broadcasting Corporation. Since I came on board, in fact, they have given me full support. All the ones I've been able to do, OSBC has really done well. No, I really appreciate the Director General and the Permanent Secretary. I want to appreciate all the directors at the various ends of the departments. They have given me a good backing. I appreciate them. You know, that is what has made NOAA handicapped. The funds are not there, and you still have to preach the gospel.
The gospel.
Yeah. So we have collaborated with OSBC very well since I came on board. I have attended many interview programs, many programs on air, on the TV, on radio that I've been able to do. Now, and this is another one that I'm doing presently. I really appreciate that. Now, we communicated to the Director General that over the years, everyone around the nation has been saying, what is NOAA doing? If you really want NOAA to keep on as NOAA started, NOAA has to be heavily funded. Most of the social vices we are talking about is only when we are on here regularly, consistently, constantly, that people are hearing this, people are listening to it, that change that we want can be effected. So we need a lot of funds to be able to do a lot. But in our own little way, all the community officers, mobilization officers at the local government level, they do their own bit at the local government level. We have officers at the 30 local governments, and they have been functioning as the topical issues arises. So that is what we have been doing. And at the local government level too, we have officers that have joined with the media at their community level. For instance, Osun has been helping us with our officer at Ife. Then Diamond has been helping. Fresh FM has been helping our officers. They invite them, they come on board, and then they interview them about programs and policies that NOAA has been doing, and we enlighten the people more. So
we hope you will be able to overcome the challenges, most especially the availability of money.
Yes,
to preach the
our
gospel.
DG is really doing. He's going around. Even he has gone around states. I think by now he has gone around about 20 states or more to preach. And then yes, values. He has gone to schools. He has gone to Unilag. He has gone to all the schools he has been visiting, just to tell them that we must start from somewhere. Let the values be back. And then we have our nation.
The values will be back. We hope they will be back. We're talking about Osun State.
Yeah.
Osun will be 33 tomorrow. What has been the collaboration between the state and NOAA over the years?
Thank you very much. Over the years, initially, the collaboration, the fellowship, the relationship was very cordial. There is no program that the state government wants to carry out that NOAA was not carried along. We enjoyed that for a good number of years. However, somehow in between, there was a gulf. We tried a lot, my predecessors tried a lot to bridge that gulf. We couldn't. The reason we tried to find out what, how, why, what are the things. We couldn't, but since I came on board, I've tried to move around the circles. I've met with the head of service, I've been to the governor's office, I've met with the PA to the governor, I've gone round and I have made the intention of Noah known that though Noah has been silent for some years, now Noah is back on air. We are back, and that Noah can be, according to the tripartite modality by which Noah was established, Noah is now at the government's foot to assist, to collaborate. And I want to say there is a green light. For instance, I've been to the permanent secretary at Greek, and then because of the August break in the rainforest, now the government is doing a lot on agriculture. The government they have done a lot, and they are evolving their projects one after the other, in which Noah will feature in order to publicize, enlighten, and sensitize the people on what the government is doing. And even by the time I made the PS, he told me the tractors are coming, and the tractors have already come. We have seen the tractors. So there is hope for National Orientation Agency and the state government to collaborate. And when the state government is unfolding the projects, the programs, you will see that Noah will feature adequately.
Yes, the Osun state government is doing a lot, most especially in the area of infrastructure provision, road infrastructure, bridges here and there,
yes,
development of humanity here and there. And I think you should be adequately involved in the activities and promotion of government activities, most especially in Osun State.
Yes.
We hope you will get there one day.
Yes,
there's no sin in trying.
At all. I've tried to see. I've tried to meet some commissioners.
Maybe the secretary to the state government should also be handy, to assist the Noah
to assist Noah. Yes. So I've moved. I've been to commissioner for information. I've been to finance. I've gone across that Noah needs assistance, and I know.
Our governor is a listening governor.
Yes.
I know. So he will definitely do something to assist the National Orientation Agency. Before we leave the studio, let's look at one of these questions in Yoruba for the benefit of our viewers at home. Akinikabo, Akojuma, Adúpẹ́ pé ẹ bá wa láyọ̀, àlejò wa arábìnrin Bọ́lá Morgan, àwọn ni director fún iléeṣẹ́ tó ń rí sí ìpolongo tí a mọ̀ sí Noah National Orientation Agency. Ọ̀ṣun ló pọ̀dún 23 lọ́la, níbo ni Noah ti báṣẹ́ dé lọ́ṣun.
A dúpẹ́ fún àǹfààní tí Ọlọ́run fún iléeṣẹ́ ìtanijí ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun láti lè máa polongo, láti lè máa sọ fún àwọn ènìyàn wípé àwọn nǹkan yìí ló dára, àwọn nǹkan yìí ni kò dára. Tí a bá ní ká wò dáadáa, a rí wípé àwọn àṣà ìṣẹ̀ǹbálẹ̀ tí adáyébá, a rí wípé ó dàbí pé a gbá wọn sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ nítorí pé à ń kọ́ àṣà àtọ̀ǹtòkè wa. A dẹ̀ ti wá rí wípé bá a ṣe kó gbogbo àṣà ìmáyà, a rí wípé kò ṣe wá lóore kan lọ títí. A ti sọ bí a ṣe ń sọ Yorùbá, a ti sọ bí a ṣe ń múra, bí a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ ìkíni ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, bí àbí a ti sọ àwọn àṣà yẹn nù. Ohun tí iléeṣẹ́ ìtanijí wa fẹ́ ṣe nísìnyí ni wípé àwọn tí a ti sọnù yẹn a fẹ́ dá wọn padà. Ìyẹn àkọ́kọ́. Ìkejì ni wípé gbogbo àwọn ohun tó jẹ́ gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tó jẹ́ nǹkan tó yẹ ká fi tó àwọn ènìyàn létí nípa ètò ìlera, torí mo rántí wípé nígbà tí kọ́lẹ́rà dé, nígbà tí covid dé, nígbà tí gbogbo àwọn àjàkálẹ̀ àrùn yẹn Ebola àti gbogbo wọn dé, iléeṣẹ́ wa a ní láti bọ́ síta ní gbogbo ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ láti lọ máa sọ̀rọ̀ wípé àwọn nǹkan yìí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe lè tọ́jú ara yín nìyí o, àwọn nǹkan tẹ́ ní láti ṣe nì tí a fi nílùgbàdì àwọn àìsàn wọ̀nyẹn. So iléeṣẹ́ ìtanijí a ti gbìyànjú pẹ̀lú ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ wa láti lè jẹ́ kí wọ́n rí wípé àwọn ohun tó lè mú jàǹbá báwọn ènìyàn àbí bá àwùjọ apolongo ẹ̀ káwọn èèyàn lè yẹra fún. Mo rántí wípé nígbà tí covid dé, a máa ń lọ sí Aṣubiaró, a máa ń lọ nígbà yẹn pẹ̀lú commissioner of health tá a jọ fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ tí a jọ ṣiṣẹ́ ní gbogbo ìgbà wọ̀nyẹn. A lọ sí àwọn iléèwé, a lọ káàkiri láti jẹ́ kí wọ́n mọ̀ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa fọwọ́, bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa ṣe, bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa kóra yín ní ìjánu àti àwọn nǹkan tó yẹ káwọn èèyàn yẹra fún. A ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ dáadáa bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn náà. Gbogbo àwọn ohun tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ ti ìjọba náà tí wọ́n bá ti fi tó wa létí, àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ wa ní gbogbo ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ wọ́n ń ṣe, wọ́n ń jáfáfá sí i. So kò síbi tó jẹ́ pé a ti gbẹ̀yìn ní inú iṣẹ́ ìtanijí àti wípé kí a hùwà ọmọlúàbí ní àwùjọ.
Well, Mrs. Morgan, time will not permit us to go further than this on the program this morning. We want to appreciate your presence on AM Cafe this school Monday morning. We have been having the State Director of the National Orientation Agency, Mrs. Bola Morgan, on AM Cafe this morning. We appreciate your presence on the program.
Thank you very much.
Mrs. Morgan was accompanied here by the Deputy Director, Special Duties and Local Government Operations, Mr. Adeyemi Afolabi. We appreciate your presence. And the Public Relations Officer of the agency, Bumi Olashainde, also accompanied the Director to the studio for the program. We appreciate your presence once again.
Thank you very much.
The producer of the program is Shola Ogunleye. My name is Adeyemi Abodere. AM Cafe will return tomorrow morning, same station, same time. We appreciate your presence while saying good morning to you.